come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be, life with no distractions. We'll get away, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out. Die with my own doubts. Be free with me. Let's go, let's be free with me.
Uphouse 2000 guys, with my air fryer, and we're going to bake a fresh steak pie. Lovely jubbly. Let's get this rock and rolling. Right, we've got it to AC, air fryer's on, pie in the pan. Let it in there, make sure it's locked. Where are we? About 170 I think. Try 15 minutes. There's the power fan, come on. Pushing out 900. Lovely. We'll see how we do with this. Nicely, been on about 8 minutes now. Every now and again it does a surge. It's temperature controlled, the air fryer. So every now and again it gives a blast of energy. Takes it up to about 800 joule. And drops down to just 12 watts while it's air cooking. We're down to 54%. It was on 60 something before, so we've used about 10% so far. It's not too bad. Let's see what this turns out like. There goes the surge. Right, we've just gone ping. It used about 15% of my power. Took about 15 minutes. Let's have a look. Oh, I say, that looks done, guys. Lovely. Perfect. Perfect. All powers 2000 Monster X with a high power air fryer. Good morning, here from lovely Southend-on-Sea. I've come in a bit late tonight, it got a little bit dark trying to find a place. There is parking all along there's a big front here, it's a big place, Southend, so it's a city I think. It's a big place, it's not a very nice seafront, but they've got a massive pier. Yeah, came in a bit late, you can park all down the front, you have to pay of course, but after 6 till 8 it's, you don't have to pay. But I found this like little quayside ramp kind of thing, just up from Southend, guys, so I parked in here out the way. You're supposed to pay after 6 o'clock I think, but I'm not sure any wardens have come up this end, but I'm not going to stay here long, it's just in and out. We'll show you the camp where I am at, guys. It's not too bad, it's not too bad at all. Nice and quiet, really quiet last night, I had a lovely sleep. There is a big van up there, I think someone's living it, a big truck. I can't see any kind of build inside it, just a load of rubbish, but I think he's on his move now. He had his generator going most of the night, but I could barely hear it, so it wasn't too bad. But it's another lovely sunny day. The weather's dropped temperature's dropped a little bit. Anyway, let's have a quick look here. We'll have a quick look here where I am at this camp, guys, and I'll pin it on my 3 words. And I'm just going to drive up to Southend. I'm not going to stay here long and do a video on Southend. I'll just do a quick clip. I'll drive up to Southend, do a pave park for an hour, and we'll have a quick round look at Southend. So massive pier, and so the tide's out at the moment, so it all looks a bit messy with the mud flats. But anyway, let's have a look at the camp where we are. It's Skye, baby. Ready for a walk, Skye? Yeah. Right, let's go and have a look where I am, guys. Tonight. Well, it was last night. Right, guys, that's the seafront road there leading into Clacton. I don't know where I am. Goes to that many different places. Leading into Southend-on-Sea, guys. and I'm just in this little quayside kind of harbour ramp thing here. There's a parking sign there, guys, between 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. in the morning. No, between 8 a.m. at night and 6 a.m. it's you don't have to pay. Other than that, you do have to pay. It doesn't say no restrictions for overnight either. So anyway, up to 10 hours, 13 quid. That's that big truck there with that guy in. I think he's living in it. Not quite sure, but anyway, we're going to see the seafront where I am. That's where I was parked. Nice and quiet. That's my little park up here. This little slipway. It's just a slipway into the sea there, guys, or the estuary. And this is Southend, guys. So the tide's out at the moment. It's all mud flats and whatever. So it's Shingle Beach. You are entering award-winning beach. And there you can see Southend Pier. It's massive, looks about half a mile long. And that's Southend up there, guys. I could actually walk there from here, but we'll get a bit closer so we don't have to pay for more than an hour on the parking. But not too bad, nice and quiet spot. Lovely and peaceful. So nobody's bothered me here, but I won't push me luck and stay here too long because a warden may come along, because you have to pay after 6 o'clock, and it's nearly 9 o'clock now, so I've got away with 3 hours. But this time of year, I'm not sure they're about much. Perhaps they're a bit more strict down there at Southend, but not too bad. All the birds, wading birds out there feeding. Lovely jubbly. Right, that'll do for my little camp here. Lots of beach huts. Right, we're getting Christine. We're going down to Southend and have a quick squint in the Southend Centre. Hey Skye, you alright? Right, let's go and have a butcher's at Southend, find somewhere to park. Right, Skye, ready to have an explore? Right, got my ticket, guys, just for an hour. Just have a quick look around Southend. Lovely. Well, first impressions, it all looks a bit run down and tatty to me. It's a bit more tidier down by the pier, but on the outskirts it looks a bit run down. A bit of a beach here. And that pier, yeah, it goes for miles, look. All the way out there. There seems to be a fair right on the end of it or something, amusements. I've never seen a pier so bloody long. Wow. But so it does look a little bit tatty. Looks like it needs a bit of investment in this place. I don't know. Let's have a look. There's Adventure Island just by the pier. Amusements. So they're all shut this time of year. It's the end of the season now. Looks a bit tidier up this end. Looks a bit more promising. We're down at the start of the pier. So it looks a bit tidier up here. Quite nice actually. Very busy because it's a city, so the roads are very busy, guys. Even in winter, I should think. It's a lovely day though. What I have noticed walking down the street, people pass you and they don't say good morning or smile. So everybody's in a little bit of a rush. I don't know whether I like Southend. We'll have a look. There you go, the pier's that big, guys. You have to go on a train to get to the end of it. Massive hotel there. Old Victorian hotel, I should think, or not Victorian. Oh yeah, that is a big place. Some of the cafes are starting to open for business. It's quite early in the morning. Lots to do here. A family resort, a typical family holiday resort, which I bet a lot of people love. How you doing, Skye? That's how big the pier is, guys. There's not a lot on the end of it by the look of it. It looks like a cafe. Massive, eh? Absolutely massive fair. It's one of the biggest fairs I've seen. It goes all the way down the front. It's all closed at the moment. It's all the way down the front. Just on the pier. But it's bustling in the summer, really busy. All this fencing up here, it looks like a bloody prison. Everything's blocked off. There's quite a bit of rubbish knocking about as well, which is a shame, it really is. Look, it's really tatty, there's rubbish everywhere. I just had a chat to that local there, just walking around. He's a local lad. And he's disgusted with the state of the place and the rubbish everywhere. They just come through a season, I suppose. You get this, don't you? With masses and masses of people visiting, I suppose, but the council ought to tidy it up a bit. It just all looks a little bit, I don't know, it just looks a bit as though it's had its day. And the smell coming off those mud flats is not very nice. Right, I'm not sure. There's probably lots of points of interest and loads of people who love this place nowadays, but it's not for me. It's not for me. Perhaps when I was a dad with all my 3 kids, when those little nippers, it would have been a joy. Southend-on-Sea. Massive place though. So it is a city, so it's a bit of a big place. Right, there's a massive town up the top of the hill as well, Southend. There's rubbish everywhere, guys. All the streets are littered with rubbish. Bloody everywhere. Right, we'll crack on. Nice. The shrubbery, just above the town here. Skye's onto something. Is it a squirrel? What you have to Skye? See a squirrel? A squirrel or a pigeon? Little enchanted garden. That's quite nice. Little bit of a water feature. Again, it's all a bit tatty. Bits of bloody building stuff everywhere and fences everywhere. That's quite nice. Lovely Victorian cottages at the top there. All a bit tatty. Not quite sure what's going on here. That's not work in progress. That's been like that for bloody donkey's yonks. A shame. Stop for a cup of tea. Lovely. We'll get on our way. I think that's enough for Southend. I don't know. Perhaps it's a bit more brighter and a bit more livelier in the summer. I don't know, but. Nice place, lots to do here, lots to do for the kiddies and the families, but not for me. Not the way I do my vanning. Lovely day though. Have a cup of tea here, we're getting Christine, have some breakfast, then we'll be on our way over to the Kent, over the border from Essex to Kent. Lovely job, Lee.
I didn't come to play me at time.
He always wants to play. Good. You had a good season?
Not a good one, but we are still here, mate.
You're still here, yeah. Still trading.
Been here for many years.
Yeah.
Everything is so expensive, so it's so much you can put your prices up.
Yeah.
And in the end, you don't.
No,
and
I
you
know.
are
I know.
hoping against hope that the prices will come down to make your.
Yeah.
It's a long story.
Yeah.
But never mind.
I highly recommend this Rebecca's Takeaway Cafe. Right by the Pier, guys. It's a family run. They're very friendly Italian. Looking after the dog as well. So the Italians know how to look after you. But the chap said he's been struggling. But,
Morning, Linda.
lovely cup of tea, lovely and friendly. It's all his family running this. They're Italians, as I say. But lovely, really friendly. But he's had a struggle this season. A shame. I used to be in the industry myself, so I know what it's all about, catering. Right guys, time to move on. You may wonder why I sit in those cafes and have a cup of tea instead of having one in the van and cutting down on costs and everything. It's just nice sitting on the side of the road, isn't it, and watching the world go by, having a cup of tea and chatting to people as well. I don't know, it's just a thing I like to do. A bit more expensive, I know, but put a bit of money into the community, eh? Right, crack on, guys. Well, it looks a bit prettier now the tide's in. It's quite nice now. Lovely Southend and the big pier going all the way out to there. Lovely. Right guys, we leave Southend and now we've got the nightmare of crossing the Essex-Kent border. Blimey O'Reilly, there's red signs, yellow signs, cease signs and all sorts of mission signs. I don't know what's going on here. I'm just going across the Dartford crossing now. Lovely views down there to the, I believe that's the Thames, I'm not quite sure. But I've paid the toll this time. Learnt my lesson from last time up in Northumberland where I got stung for 170 quid, whatever it was. And the signs were very little. It just says pay by phone, and if you miss it guys, you're in trouble because you just get a letter through your door. And me being away from my postal address, I never see them. Anyway, we're going across the Dartford crossing here. The toll's paid and we're entering into Kent. Hopefully Kent's going to be a lot better. Essex was a little bit tough, but we found some lovely camps in Essex. Essex was nice. Right, here we go with Kent. That's Skye. Right guys, we're in Kent now. Just come through Dartford and Tilbury. Oh, what a bleeding nightmare. Fucking hell, there's red signs and yellow signs warning for this, and emission zones and bloody crossing payments. Oh, what a fucking nightmare. We got through that anyway. We're on the other side now. We're actually in Kent now, and I've actually paid for the crossing. It's only a couple of signs you see coming down, so it's quite easy to miss them. I mean, I missed those on the Northumberland coast, and I ended up £160 fine. But we've paid this one. I've just paid it. You have 24 hours to pay it, so I paid it £2.50, so that's done. Oh, bloody urban driving's doing me head in already. I can't wait to get further south, guys, and away from the suburbs of, the outskirts of London, because it's a bloody nightmare. This urban driving and motorways, and the roads are a mess as well. Bloody litter everywhere. I've just stopped at a service. They did say LPG. I pulled off the bloody main drag to come to it, and the sign said they don't do LPG no more. Pain in the bloody arse. Anyway, I thought it was diesel. Just having a snap before we move on and crack on. Skye's out there. Hey Skye. She's out there. Just having 5 minutes, guys. Been driving for about an hour and a half. Lovely. Bloody urban driving now. Can't wait to get back to Scotland. Anyway, when we get out to the south coast towards Devon and Cornwall that way, be a lot less stressful. But that's what the adventure's all about, guys. Discovering all these new places, even in these urban built-up metropolis areas and big seaside town resorts. We'll crack on. I'll finish my lunch. See you later.